What exactly would you get if you take the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Home Alone movie and you mash them up, you put them together, what do you get? You get three ninjas. That's what you get. Greetings and salutations. My name is Ryan of Nerd Culture. Welcome to this very special presentation we have for you. This is where we're going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of Three Ninjas from 1992 that spawned a franchise that got people cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when it comes to Ninja Mania. Yeah. And there were tons of movies, tons of television shows that were set in and around the ways of the art of ninja or the art of karate. So we're going to be celebrating the OG, the one that started all, Three Ninjas with your friendly neighborhood Rockies, Colts, and your tum-tums. But listen, we are not alone in this journey. Joining us on the panel tonight is, guess what? You thought last week we had two Ryans? History is repeating itself because tonight we also have two Ryans join us. This person is my former tag team partner in the Families. We called ourselves the Ryehards in the Families. Please welcome Ryan, the real ordeal O'Regan, to the program. Ryan, welcome back, partner. How you doing?
Woo! Ryans! I had to do it.
All good, man. All good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Rye. Yeah, it's a nice little Ryehards reunion. Here to watch a pinnacle of 90s kid cinema, I would say, back when, you had to make kids your leads and everything, whether it was, ninjas or baseball or anything. So kids could do it all back then. Nowadays, not so much.
Mm, yeah, you got a bit of a fair point there. So, yes, once again, Ryan, the real ordeal Regan, is here with us. Thank you so much for being here. And listen, we're going to be watching the movie. We're going to be sharing our thoughts, our feelings, and our memories of the film. If you have any thoughts or feelings, positive, negative, or otherwise, about anything and everything Three Ninjas of the franchise in general, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Our producer is going to be keeping an eye on it as we go throughout the course of the night. And also make sure you like and share this video with all 200 of your closest friends. You're going to like the way they look after watching this 30th anniversary celebration watch along of Three Ninjas. I guarantee it. But before we start watching the movie, I want to give you an opportunity to get to know our panel just a little bit better. So, Ryan O'Regan, if you will, I'm going to pass things over to this Ryan. So, Ryan, what was your first exposure to the Three Ninjas franchise? And secondly, what were some of your thoughts about going in to see the original Three Ninjas, if any?
Well, it was funny back then. When you were a kid of the 90s, it was one of those things where you always felt like, you wanted to get into karate or martial arts because it was really everywhere in the media, whether it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whether it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, whether it was Jonathan Brandis and Sidekicks with Chuck Norris. There was always just some sort of like, martial arts movie that had kids in it, and because of that it got kids wanting to be that active. Everyone ended up signing up for a karate class, getting their own gi. Whether or not they went to the class, they still had the gi, so that's all that mattered. Only the rare few ever went and got like another belt. But it was certainly like a phenomenon that you found like back in the 90s. I don't know if it's as poignant today, even though some of those franchises still live on. And yeah, uh, Three Ninjas did well enough that it had like 3 sequels, one including Hulk Hogan. You don't get more 90s than that. But I always enjoyed like watching the movies, but I think as they got further on and further on, they did get a little crazy. But seeing this original movie and just seeing like the simplicity of it, it made karate, it made being a ninja seem realistic. Even though, as we learn later on in life, it's terribly hard to do. I mean, obviously, a man of my size, I'm no Sammo Hung. I'm not going to be able to pull this off. But when I was younger, skies were the limit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah, for me, I grew, as a kid of the '90s, I grew up watching these movies. The first three. Eventually, I went and saw the fourth one, which was called Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain. I thought to myself, boy, talk about jumping a lot of sharks in that fourth one. Good Lord, was that terrible? I'm sorry, but it wasn't. I don't know what they were trying to do in that film. You had Hulk Hogan, Lonnie Anderson trying to blow up a theme park. What the
Jim
heck is going
Varney
on?
as the henchman.
Who was that?
Jim Varney, Ernest.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is just okay. I didn't remember that. That's sad. But anywho, that's not important. What is important is that I remember watching this film and a few others, and you mentioned Sidekicks with the late Jonathan Brandis, R.I.P. to Jonathan Brandis, and Chuck Norris being in that. So yeah, I remember watching these films and enjoying them. They were fun. They had funny moments, comedic moments, if you will. But then as time went on, you realize, oh, some of these films may not hold up as well as others. But listen, that comes with the territory. It comes with all genres of all films. Just some things may or may not hold up better than others. It's just a case by case basis. But for me, I remember watching this on VHS a lot as a kid. I remember laughing hysterically at certain parts. Maybe I'll laugh at them again tonight. I don't know. And I just remember having a good time. And I like the soundtrack because some of these '90s films, including the Ninja Turtles films, they had good soundtracks. I'm not gonna lie, but that's my feeling about the original. That's my feeling about the franchise. I enjoy 1 and 2, which is Three Ninjas Kickback being the second one, even though they were kind of released in kind of an opposite order because Three Ninjas Knuckle Up was filmed prior to, I think, Three Ninjas Kickback, but they just released him out of order a little bit. I don't know. That's a bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Does anyone else have any feelings about that? Let us know in the comments. I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts on how you would rank the original 4 Three Ninjas films. And if hypothetically, would you be up for a reboot of this? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But either way, I'm excited to dive into this thing, go back in the Wayback Machine, go back to the 90s, to a simpler time where all you had to do was come home from school, turn on the television, pop in, you eat some cereal, eat some pizza, and watch some movies and cartoons and movies and all that kind of jazz. But either way, so for those of you maybe wondering, we're going to
Have some
be
Go-Gurt, drink some Sunny D, all that good stuff.
yes, maybe a High C, maybe a Lunchables, Ecto Cooler,
Oh,
whatever.
Ecto Cooler.
I
Yes.
know, right? I
Yeah,
know.
now we just look for the alcoholic versions that bars put out,
That's a story for another day entirely. So we're going to be watching Three Ninjas, but I want to give you a heads up. We are going to be starting this up at the 13-second mark. This is where the opening credit sequence comes up. You see some tree lines, and the opening credit says Touchstone Pictures Presents. It's going to be at the 13-second mark. If you're watching this on a streaming service or physical media, that is where we are going to be queuing up our copy. Also, there is a version of this movie available to stream on YouTube for free, I might add. And if you're going to be watching the YouTube version, because I've sent a few of you the link to that, not everyone, but a few of you, we're going to be starting at the 1 or 2 second mark when the opening credit sequence is coming up. So that is where we're going to be starting. Other than that, Ryan, you ready? You all set to go for this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all you're getting from me on that. Yeah.
No, it's cool. It's fine. You could have just said yes. You could have said, yes, sir, I'm ready. So with that being said, so here we go. We'll give you a countdown, and then we'll tell you to hit play. So here we go. We are about to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the original Three Ninjas. In 3, 2, 1, hit play. Here we go. So here we go. Opening credit
Touchstone
sequence.
Pictures presents.
Yep. Opening credit sequence has started. We're seeing a bunch of trees,
Global Venture
woods.
Hollywood Incorporated. Never heard of them.
Opening title comes up.
Oh yeah, little shurikens.
Yep, to dot the I's. And I see, let's see here. Certain people have already joined us. Who is Jordan chimes in. He says, I watched the sequels way back in 2007. Plus, I grew up with Three Ninjas on VHS when I was little. Same here. I grew up with Three Ninjas when I was little, and I watched it on VHS as well. Thank you for chiming in, Jordan. Appreciate you being here. Trying to wake up the kids with the.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If some old man tried to wake me up with that, I would not be happy. I would not be grinning at him. I'd be like, "Let me sleep."
Bit of a stick.
And look at Tum-Tum with the gummy bears.
Yeah, he's got a bag full of them. Nope, he's got to reverse the stick in order to wake up Tum-Tum. That's what's going on.
Oh, yeah, you don't touch a kid's candy.
He's got him now.
Are you insane?
Also,
Are you insane, old man?
Yeah. Also, we get some narration by the kids in this opening credits because this whole movie is one giant flashback to last summer. In the context of the movie.
Right. At this moment when everything's hunky dory.
Yep. They're narrating the entire movie because it's one giant flashback. And all 3 of them are narrating it, actually. It's not just one character. All 3 of them are. Going into a bit of a training montage here as they're in the cabin in the woods with their grandpa. Wow, breaking those pots.
I mean, I'm sorry. How does that not hurt with the pots?
If anyone has any thoughts on it, if you've done training, let us know in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. How does it feel when you're training with certain objects?
It's like those better be some good sneakers.
Ramp on up the hill.
Durable, good cling.
Throwing tennis balls. Balancing with 4 buckets of water.
Oh, come on. Give him some credit. He still got all of them up.
Yeah. It's true. Hiya. A lot of yes. A lot of key
It's like
eyes.
imagine the discipline these kids have not to like use any of this stuff at school.
It's true. And look at tum-tum. He's got the size, which the size are originally used by Raphael in the TMNT franchise. Even though in the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, I lost the sai. Then it is gone. No, I can get it back. I can get it back. Raphael, let it go. Sorry, I'm having TMNT flashbacks now.
Although I will say I do like the idea that they eventually do put the kids in ninja garb, because how many times do you see things where it's like ninja and it's really just like karate?
Mm-hmm. No, that's a fair point. Fair point. Like there are different types of outfits that are being worn in this film, whether it's the original Karate Gi, which in this case they're wearing the white Karate Gi with the black belt, or they're wearing the black outfits, trying to blend in with the scenery, I suppose. I don't know. It's one of the two. And Victor Wong, this man has been in a number of different films over the course of his career, including I believe he was also in Big Trouble in Little China, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was Egg,
Oh,
the guy who
was
owned the
that his
store.
character name?
I thought it was Egg.
Was it Egg? Okay.
That's what Kurt Russell kept calling him.
Oh, gotcha. Do you know any other films that Victor Wong was in aside from Big Trouble in Little China? Do you remember?
No, but that's why I have IMDb.
No, I'd be curious to know what other films he starred in aside from. He's been in all. I think he's the only actor to have been present in all four of these movies, of Three Ninjas anyway. Or was Sam Douglas, the man who plays their father, present in all four films?
Which is surprising considering how many times they made these movies and they always had to change out the kids eventually.
Mm-hmm. But Victor Wong was in all four of them. I think the dad was in all four.
Yeah, his name was Egg Shen in Big Trouble.
There you go.
That's
a good movie too, by the way. If you haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China, that's a good one too.
The Last Emperor.
There you
7 Years in Tibet.
Ooh. Okay.
Jade for some ungodly reason.
Ooh.
Joy Luck Club. Classic.
Okay. Excuse me.
Lots of 80s stuff. Oh, The Golden Child. That's right.
Oh, Golden Child. Right. Oh, wow.
I love The Golden Child, man.
Okay. Now he's going into the Day of Names, where he presents his grandsons with new names because they've graduated. They get a mask and they get a new name now. So there you go.
And still, tum-tum with the Twizzler in his mouth. Like, at some point, the kid's got to breathe.
it's very true, Ryan. Very true. You are strong, solid, cool as planet rock.
I wonder if that's why they named the one guy Rocky in Power Rangers. Because it wasn't a very common name, Rocky.
That's true. Maybe so. I'm not really sure. Although I have met him. The actor who portrayed Rocky DeSantos on MMPR, Steve Cardenas, is the actor's name. I met him. Nice. He's a nice guy. I've actually met him a couple of times, to be perfectly honest. I've talked to him a few times. Nice dude. Since your energy starts and ends with your tummy, you're going to be known as tum-tum. So there you go. Is our dad going to be home when we come back from summer vacation? Well, I don't know. He has a very difficult job, but it's a troublesome job, tum-tum. Oh, look at that limousine. We're almost there. Driving the limo. He's got the limo driver hat. He's got the limo driver sunglasses. He's got the suit. He's got the whole nine with this limousine.
Yeah, everything pre-Men in Black. If you dressed like that, you were a bad guy.
Fair point. By the way, one of the characters I love in this movie, and we're about to be introduced to him, but we're going to get more screen time with him a little bit later on, Snyder. The bad guy Snyder in this movie is so good. He chews up the scenery every time. Any scene he's in, he eats it up. He loves playing that. I think the actor just had I'm thinking that the actor who plays Snyder had a really good time on set.
Are we talking about the guy in the white suit?
Yeah, the main bad guy is Snyder in the white suit. Yes.
Yeah, I could believe that. He's got that look. He's got the little faux ponytail thing. He's just typical '90s bad guy.
He is.
There was nothing about the look of him that says, "Hey, you can trust me."
And guy's presented with a briefcase full of money.
Oh, that mustache is so fake.
Shit.
Look at it. You can actually see the glue right
Oh.
at the very bottom of the nose.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that before. On time, as promised. It's a pleasure to do business with you, Mr. Snyder.
The
Pulls out a
people of
badge.
my country.
Pulls out a
It's
badge.
got to
I'm
be politically
FBI.
correct.
Give it up, Snyder. You got nowhere to go. Man, I wish
The
I could
funny thing
remember.
is, the mustache is apparently real because it's also in the picture on the ID.
I can't think of it. I wish I knew who the actor's name was who plays Snyder because he's really good in this.
Oh, that.
I forget his name. It's killing me. I can't remember the name of most of the actors in this movie, other than who plays Colt, because Max Elliott Slade is it's one of the few names I can remember who plays that character.
Rand Kingsley.
I wonder if he's related to Ben Kingsley. Probably not.
Well, this is his one of 2 movies that he ever worked on.
Wow.
This was actually his first film by IMDb dance standards. He didn't do another film until 1998, and then after that, nothing.
What was his last film? What was the name of the secondary one?
It was
Do you remember?
The Gardener or Garden of Evil. It was a horror
Oh
film
my gosh, man!
that
I don't know
apparently
if you.
had Malcolm McDowell and Angie Everhart. So the man was in good company when he did film. But
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him. It's a good question.
I don't know. But he was born in 47, so he's well into his 70s at this point.
Oh wow, goodness gracious. Hmm.
And that's the thing. He's got the kind of look where he's like he might be doing his own stunts, kind of like Victor Wong, but you don't know.
No, that's good. Yeah, it's a good point. Good point.
Oh,
Man.
that helicopter escape when you have to make an exit.
Just goes with the ladder. Hey, at least he was able to get on the ladder, unlike Jack Napier in Batman '89. Couldn't get on the ladder because he had too much weight to carry with that gargoyle statue. At the end of Batman '89, to be more specific. I heard they almost got us, boss.
Oh,
Got me.
isn't that Professor Sub-Zero from Running Man? The big dude?
Oh, the big dude. Maybe. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not really sure. If anyone else knows that, let us know.
I will check.
It's a good question.
Yeah, Professor Toru Tanaka. That's him.
Oh, there you go.
Classic in the martial arts movies of that era.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Mr.
few big
Brown?
men that actually got on screen.
That's very true. Mr. Brown, this afternoon we pay my old friend Maury for a little visit. Right. Anyway, just to let you know, we are watching the movie known as Three Ninjas celebrating its 30th anniversary right here on this very day. It came out in 1992, believe it or not. And we are already into the, I want to say the 11-minute mark here in the movie. So if you're just joining us and want to queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service, feel free to join us because we would love to hear your thoughts on any and all, this movie, some of the others, the sequels that came out within the Three Ninjas franchise, and how would you rank them as well? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to share this video with all 300 of your closest friends. They're going to like the way they look after watching this video. We guarantee it. Once again, your panelists are, my name is Ryan of Nerd Culture. We also got Ryan, the real deal Regan, joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Ryan, for being here. And, Snyder is just, right now, Snyder's my favorite character. So I'm digging what I'm buying what he's selling in this movie for sure.
Oh, I don't know. I'd say out of everybody, I'm a tum-tum guy. Always have been.
That's fair.
So I gotta relate to somebody that can eat and still make the work happen. Even with the food in the mouth like that.
He's always
he
got
just
something.
does not care.
He's always got something. He's got the bowl cut too. You notice that about his hair? He's got the bowl cut.
He's probably the last good person to work it. I mean,
really? You don't think Blake Foster in Turbo Power Rangers movie pulled off the bowl cut very well?
No, I'm kind of worried about how they're utilizing it even in Stranger Things.
Fair point. Actually, my friend and I were at a store today, a comic book store, LCS, hashtag always support your local comic book shops, and she was about to buy some Stranger Things graphic novels, but then she wasn't quite sure which one or ones she was gonna get. So she was like doing a bit of research on her phone, and then finally she realized, oh, all right, this one I want to get, this one I may not want to get, and then she just kind of brushed it off, pushed it to the side, and thought, you know what, I'll come here in a few weeks, see if they come out with anything else, and if they do, I'll buy that too. So hey, she's just working out her plans, and that's all she can do. That's with all due respect.
As long as she's happy.
Yeah, that too. That's very important. Hey, act like ninjas, not little babies. Whoa, ninjas are coming out of the limousine, folks. Got some ninjas coming over the bridge.
Oh, training montage.
Who's coming out of the limousine? You got the guitar riff playing. Snyder is here. Snyder is in the building.
Grandpa's just looking at him like, ugh.
How dare you? Wow, they take the salad tongs and poke the guy in the backside. And now Victor Wong is showing off his skills.
That or a stunt double.
That too.
Which actually you can tell when it's a stunt double and when it isn't in a non-traditional sense. Because when you see him from behind, just watch the belly. You can tell that it's an inflated belly as opposed to like his real girth. It's just so paunchy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, tell me you don't notice it next time now.
I'll keep an eye on it during the rest of this fighting sequence. Excuse me, to be more specific. Man, sometimes it's just even with salad tongs.
There you go.
Kid is still knocking this guy out. Yeah, let's see what we have here. One. Okay. Oh, right into the tree.
And actually, something I was saying before, it's like you can tell that the action is very stunt show like nowadays. Sure. With watching something like this, like you could see the same thing at Disney or Universal Studios. Actually, funny enough, I just came from watching Bullet Train earlier today.
Yeah, how was it?
And you compare the choreography of that to something like this, it's like, this would be done by children.
Yeah. How was the movie, though?
Oh, outstanding. Pretty much in line with what you would expect from Leitch.
Okay. And that's the Brad Pitt one, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's got a huge ensemble cast, though, right? It's got like a dozen big-name actors in it.
Oh, yeah. Even some that you don't realize are in the film.
Look forward to seeing it.
Highly suggest it.
Okay. I'm up for watching it.
Oh, the slow clap.
You're looking good. Pass my little test, partner. Snyder, the only mistake I ever made was becoming partners with you. Come on, you're living in this junk place. I mean, he's just eating this roll up. Not students.
Who would be partners with him? Look at him. There's nothing that's trustworthy.
Maybe they like to look for me. I teach ninja, not murder. Oh, Jesus.
Although ninjas were used to murder, so.
Yeah. Actually, no. It's your son-in-law, Sam Douglas. Get him off my back for a couple of weeks.
That tie is doing so much work. Wow, the heavy lifting.
Oh boy. And who knows, with Douglas out of the way, I'm about to defend the honor of your beautiful You are getting slow. Talk to Douglas. Take the money. Get him out of my life.
That is not how you win. You gotta clench the wrist and then pull over.
You mean arm wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which reminds me, the arm wrestling movie is actually streaming for free on YouTube. Over the Top, I think it's called. With
Oh, really? Is this?
Yeah.
Oh, outstanding.
I just noticed that not too long ago. I might need to get on and watch that.
Dude, for a baseball cap aficionado as you, when you just gotta do that turn.
Yeah.
Mm,
I believe over the what was it? The Over the Top, I believe, is
over the
streaming for
top.
free on YouTube. I believe if that. Let me see if that one's streaming. I wonder if I could find a copy of what was the other one he did? Cobra? Is that another one? It was
Oh,
called
of
Cobra,
Stallone's?
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he did
Your
Cobra.
disease, the cure. You know that guy? Maybe it was Cobra. I want to watch those two Sly Stallone movies I have yet to see.
Sly Stone back to back.
Maybe I'll do a double feature. Yeah. I mean, if Over the Top is still streaming on YouTube, I can watch that first and then see if I can find a copy of Cobra somewhere. I'm not sure. So
I'm sorry, as much of an expert as he is, that's a terrible looking dummy.
There are a few places on the body that will light up if you strike the right place. I'm paraphrasing, of course. I'm not saying the exact thing.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing. So yeah, I want you to hit right there, which is near or so the center of the vest.
Hit
Maybe.
that button.
Hit that. Well, it's near it. But Grandpa, that's the same spot. Oh no, it isn't. Ah, see, he wasn't hitting it right. He was hitting a
That's
different
not where I
spot.
put the electronics.
It's not where it lights up. It's not where the eyes light up anyway. I want you to hit here and here and here and here. Just
So,
practice.
at a lot of the joints, and definitely the balls. Yes.
Practice for 1 hour. Then we're going to get in our car. We're going to drive back to the city. Oh, but I want to go back. No, practice. Now practice. Gee whiz.
I'll just keep kicking them between the legs until this fluffing starts dripping out.
Yeah, I honestly.
You gotta feel bad for tum-tum. It's like hit leg wise, he can't hit much higher.
And this is another thing. That kind of this movie kind of puzzles me because these three kids, two of them came back for what was it? I think they came back for knuckle. All three of them came back for knuckle up, but only one of them came back for what was it called? Kickback.
Kicking
And
back.
then and then they recasted everyone for Three Ninjas High Noon and Mega Mountain respectively. But my question is, whatever happened to the original three, and also the girl over here who plays Emily, Rocky's supposed girlfriend? Whatever happened to her?
I'm not sure. Oh, well,
I'm
let's see.
curious. I'm very curious. The girl who
I
plays
love my
Emily
resources here.
in this movie, I forget her name, but whoever she is, I wonder what her IMDb page is like.
Let's see.
Emily
Michael
Wood.
Trainer.
Max Elliott Slade.
That's Rocky. He pretty much did this Best of the Best 2 as an extra.
Oh, jeez.
And then Knuckle Up, and that was it.
Wow. Okay.
As for Tum Tum,
The actor.
wow, okay, a little bit more extensive.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just as a kid actor.
Child actor, yeah.
He was on Baywatch. He
Oh
was on
my
ER, Step by Step.
God.
So that's good for him as a kid.
And the girl who plays Emily, I wonder what happened to her. Did I hear your new name is Rocky? It's just some name that my grandpa gave me.
Oh wow, she's done a lot more producing and writing credit wise.
Oh.
She was a producer on Blind Spot,
Ooh.
writer on CSI Cyber,
Okay.
producer on NCIS New Orleans, a writer on Castle.
My gosh.
Yeah, a lot of her best work has been behind the scenes. Acting wise, the last thing she did was a movie called Virtually Single in 2021. So recent. Before that, it was a Freaky Friday, a Disney's version on, I guess, a television one with Gabby Hoffman and Shelley Long.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
so her acting career isn't exactly something that's kept her going, but Lord knows the
behind the scenes, yeah.
Good for her. Kate
Very busy.
Sargent.
Wow. Congratulations. What's her name?
Kate Sargent.
Kate Sargent. Thank you. All right. Oh, congrats, Kate Sargent. My gosh, a lot of behind the scenes work. Hmm.
Yeah, she's kept herself busy.
Mr. Brown, you better get me those kids, or I'm going to crush your head until a slimy ooze comes out of your eyeballs. Mr. Brown, the FBI has us all under surveillance. Any move will wait to watch. We need some outside guys. Hmm? If I may suggest, Mr. Snyder. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with this. Let's see. More people have chimed in here in the chat. Let's see what we have here. Daisy LT83. Okay, they say they filmed Three Ninjas as well as Knuckle Up back to back at the time. That's why they have the same cast members. Okay,
Makes
makes
sense.
sense. Makes a lot of sense. And thank you for bringing that up. Who was that? That was Daisy LT83. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, whoever you are. And Diane Cook is in the building, Ryan. Look at this. That is cool. Let me see. That is cool, Daisy. I've never seen Three Ninjas before, but I have seen the movie Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, which was a threequel. Thanks for hosting this watch party, Ryan. Well, you're quite welcome, Diane. I hope you're enjoying this special presentation as much as we are. And make sure you like and share this video with all 400 of your closest friends. They're going to like the way they look after watching this 30th anniversary celebration watch along of Three Ninjas. We guarantee it. And thank you all so much for being here, our panelists, as well as those of you who are chiming in the chat. I have a feeling that I know who Daisy LT83 is, but they may chime in a little bit later on with their actual identity. I'm not sure if they will, but if they don't, I have a pretty good idea of who it may be, but I don't want to call that person out because I may be incorrect.
There.
Oh, look, three dudes are about to hold up a convenience
Oh my
store.
god, a pager.
And he's got his pager, and he says, "Excuse me, sir, can I please use your telephone?"
Oh, these goobers, I swear. That was also another thing with like 90s bad guys. It's like you always had like the goons that the business suits would bring in, and then there was the actual fighters. There was always the divide.
Oh, I was just handed a note by somebody that is confirmed. Our friend Laura is chiming in the chat. She's the one who's chiming in as the name of Daisy. So
Okay.
there you go. Laura, thank you so much for being here. I figured it was you, but I wasn't 100% sure until I got a message a few moments ago. So thank you for bringing that up. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Let's see. Sorry, just looking at a few notes here.
God, I love being a bad guy. Oh boy.
Yes, I love that
You
line.
were not
He's like,
kidding when you talked about chewing up the scenery.
he was eating this up, man. Seriously, when he makes
Oh,
the phone call, he gets the people to do his dirty work, and then he says, "Your boys will take care of the kids. That'll put the screws on Douglas." God, I love being a bad guy. It's just, I can't. Oh, by the way, is he playing Super Mario Brothers 3?
Yes, he is.
I figured it was
On an old
because.
school NES.
Do you still have one?
Oh God, no.
No. Okay, I have the NES that was the rebooted version of it that came out some years ago, but it has like
Oh, where you were
89.
able to put thing like top down as opposed to like in.
No, what I meant to say was I have a rebooted NES. It's an NES Classic it's a smaller version of the system, but it has like 80 games
Oh, okay.
built into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with all the games already. Yeah, got it.
Thank you. Yes, that is what I meant to say. But yes, that's what I do have. But I also have. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this or not. I believe it's called a Retron 2, which allows you to play NES and SNES cartridges.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a Retron 2, and I do have some NES and SNES cartridges. I don't have Super Mario Bros. 2 because those games were built into the rebooted ones that I have, so I'm good.
As long as you
I
got
haven't
the full
played.
collection, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I haven't played the Super Mario Brothers games in a long time too. You know,
How is his
although
mom not concerned about all the sugar intake?
it's a great question. You know, I was at this store earlier today, Eternity of Dreams, and not only did I purchase some stuff Power Rangers related, but I also bought some video games. I bought two video games for Sega Genesis. One of them was Disney's Aladdin, and the other one was Wheel of Fortune. So there
Classic.
you go. I bought some retro stuff today at Eternity of Dreams, which is in Westminster, Maryland. Just to be more specific, if you're in that area, look it up. It's a great place. That's just my 2 cents on the matter. Let's
Die,
see here.
yuppie scum.
Yeah.
You were just hired by yuppie scum.
Let's see here. Let's see, what can I tell you? Jordan chimes in. He says, I did remember that Knuckle Up was in production after Three Ninjas, but Knuckle Up didn't premiere until the year of 1995, while Kickback premiered in the year of 1994. Thank you very much, Jordan, for bringing that up. That is some good information. There you go. Oh, my dangerous buds. Tomorrow is another day. Those little dudes are ours. Slurpee? Radical. Slurpee? Dude, we're out of here. Getting
Oh my
Slurpee.
God.
And he puts on a pair of shades at night. Who wears a pair of shades at night? That makes no sense to me.
Hey, some people wear the sunglasses at night.
I never really understood that, unless it was for a cool scene, like in the scene back in the '80s film. Are you familiar with Risky Business with Tom Cruise, where he's wearing those shades at that party?
Mm.
You remember he was wearing a pair of shades at that point. He was talking to who was it? The scout from that college that was trying to bring him into that college, and
Yes.
he was giving him the speech. You know what, Russell? Sometimes you gotta say what the. I'm not gonna say it, but what the blank. Make your move. When was the last time you saw Risky Business? You remember?
Oh, I don't think I've ever actually watched it all the way
You,
through, to be
oh,
honest.
you've never seen it all the way
Not
through?
fully. No. It's one of those things where it's like I've seen enough clips of it that I get the sense of it, but
Okay. It's actually an all right movie.
I'm sure it is. It just there's never been an opportunity for me to be like, "Ooh, let me indulge in like real
Early
early
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise."
Yeah. Well, early Tom Cruise anyway. I mean, it was one of
Yeah,
his early films. I mean, it was three. I think it was released in '83, so it was like 3 years before Top Gun ever came out,
right.
if I remember
The earliest
correctly.
I have with Tom Cruise would be like Legend or what's that one?
Was it Lucas?
The Outsiders.
Oh, The Outsiders by
I do have
Francis Ford
Lucas
Coppola.
too. Yes, I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, Lucas was another one, but he was also in. You're right. The Outsiders was Francis Ford Coppola, I want to say.
Yes,
Okay. You know that's been on TV a lot recently. The Outsiders on AMC.
really.
Yeah, it's been on TV a lot. So if anyone's curious, feel free to look it up on your local AMC station. They've been airing it a lot.
Life's
Actually,
a
they've been airing that, and what was they've been doing a bit of a Patrick Swayze renaissance because they've been airing Roadhouse too.
Well, that might be because they're talking about the reboot of Roadhouse.
Hmm. Is there one coming out?
Yes,
Oh, there is really. Who's
they're
the new
planning
star?
one, and they're having Jake Gyllenhaal as the lead.
What?
Yes,
Jake Gyllenhaal is playing Dalton?
yes,
Oh my lord. Oh.
yeah. I'd love to hear Sam Elliott's thoughts on that.
Hmm. Has he been approached to reappear in this one?
I don't know, but I know the only other casting that they've had for it is Conor McGregor, who will be making his acting debut in the film.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea they were remaking Roadhouse. I had no idea.
Well, I mean, the way action films have kind of been going with the stylized martial arts and everything, like I was talking about earlier, I'm not surprised that they would do it.
Hmm.
I'm just surprised with the casting.
I can't. I don't know if I can see Jake Gyllenhaal pulling off a Dalton.
I couldn't see him as the Prince of Persia either.
And we know how that film turned out. I mean, listen, I had a little bit of fun with that movie, just a little bit of fun, but overall, I'm thinking to myself, why didn't they just cast a Persian actor to play this? But I don't get it. I don't understand it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just so you know, here we're watching the movie known as Three Ninjas. We are at the, I want to say, 31-minute and 15-second mark here in the film. So if you're just joining us, feel free to queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service. Queue up your copy, watch the movie along with us. We are at the scene where the kids are on their way to school, but Emily's bike gets taken, and now it's up to the three ninjas to help get her bike back a little bit later on in the film.
Oh my
So
god, this is so wholesome, and yet they're going to be physically hurting their schoolmates.
there you go. Which may or may not happen a little bit later on within this film known as Three Ninjas from 1992. By the way, one of my favorite scenes, we passed it a few moments ago, though, was when the guys are chasing the kids and then they get the fender bender with the cop car. that that was some pretty good stuff. Oh, look at this! They're decorating a phone booth with Metallica stickers.
Metallica, yes.
What's your favorite Metallica song?
I mean, I hate to say Enter Sandman because it's so trite, but
Mm,
I guess Master of Puppets is very popular right now thanks to Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Although I am also fond of King Nothing.
King Nothing. Okay. Okay, makes sense. The FBI's guys there. Whoa, if you just get those kids tonight before midnight, do you understand? Whoa, back those guys if you have to. But I want those kids. Hey, what time does school get out? I don't know. I never stay to the end. I never stayed till the end of school. Dude. And here we are in what is known as the schoolyard or the playground.
Seriously, how often was like the good guy ever the one that had like long hair? Like right now, Colt is like the closest thing to it.
Does anyone else have a statistic about that in the chat? I'd like to hear your thoughts.
That'd be great.
Does anyone have thoughts on that? I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, you know. And by the way, what did you think about the bike sequence that took place? You think those bikes? Those are some of the bikes that you would have had if you were a kid, hypothetically. Can't remember. Ah, there's the backwards baseball cap. There it is. There it is. Rocky
with
is
an
wearing
overly
his hat
baggy
backwards.
shirt. Aeronautique.
How much? We're not supposed to gamble. Mommy, spank you. How many points?
You want to hit these kids, but
what a name. Yeah, Horsey, how about some hay? Laugh. How many points to a game?
Meanwhile, this guy has a dog on his shirt. All right, I don't want to hear it.
Is that supposed to act as tough, I guess? I don't know. Well, punks seem to be acquiring quite a few bikes today. How about we play for yours? When we win, what do we get? Well, if you win, we'll let you walk out of here with your girlfriend's bike. How many points to a game? 10. Duh. Fine.
She's not my girlfriend.
We'll spot you 9 points. You take first down. 9-point lead. Okay. Colt. Now, no matter what, no fighting. Oh, come on. No fighting. Man, with a 9-point lead, let's whip their butts. You know, they couldn't do it. I mean, they probably could have, but they didn't do it back in the day. But he could have said, let's kick their ass, you know? Because every PG movie back in the day got away with like 2 or 3 curse words.
Oh, please. Parents back then, if the kids said butts, they were like, should he be saying that?
But I mean, he could have said in this sequence, he says, "Let's kick their ass" instead of "Let's whip their butts." But then again, it's a family-friendly film, so they didn't want to have too much cursing at the time. Look at these bastards. By the way, what do you think of the music being played in the background here?
Very 90s. Like, this is the kind of music that now you'd probably be able to find for free on YouTube and be able to put into like, your videos and not have to worry about copyright.
So in a way, it's kind of like getting royalty-free music.
In a sense.
Because that's what they call it in the.
I mean, I would hate to see the people that actually want their 25 cents for this being played in something.
Look at these. Like, they're spotted 9 points, and yet the kids are able to get all 10 of these. Back off, I'm fine.
Oh, they had to play rough.
Yeah. Rocky, you all right? Hey. Wait. Can't get the ball around. What do I do? Oh, just hit him in the head. Oh.
Come on, future Keenan Thompson. What are you going to
do? Let's see here. Daisy, a.k.a. Laura, chimes in. She says, I love how they brought back the same actor to be the bully in Three Ninjas Kickback. The one who's wearing the black and white baseball jersey is what they're referring to.
That guy.
Yeah, he came back for Kick. He did come back for the sequel.
Colts
when they were playing baseball at that time. Thanks for bringing that up, Laura. There you go. That's right. That actor did come back for Three Ninjas Kickback. You're absolutely right. And by the way, she told me earlier, Laura actually has all 4 films on DVD. The Three Ninjas.
Oh, wow.
So
all 4?
She has all 4 of them. So congratulations, Laura. You're probably the only person in the world who has all 4 films on DVD.
No. I'm sure there's some collectors out there too. Chances are at least one of those 4 copies is probably like hard to find or something. Definitely not Mega Mountain, because I think they pushed that way too hard.
Yeah, Mega Mountain is probably the easiest one to find. Well, Three Ninjas and Three Ninjas High Noon and Mega Mountain are easier to find than the other 2, because I actually had to go on eBay to get Three Ninjas Kickback by itself on DVD. So there you go.
What's the difference between the second and third one and the others? Like, I know one of them has like a girl ninja,
which is Three Ninjas Kickback, which is Mio, by the way.
But I forget what the other one was all important about.
You mean Three Ninjas Knuckle Up? You mean?
I think, yeah.
Okay, well, Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, they were trying to save a reservation that was being taken over by a greedy landlord.
Oh, the environmental sequel. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 90s, there always had to be like some environmental element in a franchise.
Captain Planet, anybody? I mean, I remember growing up watching the cartoon of Captain Planet. That's and the Planeteers, that's for sure. Let's see here. Laura chimes in. She says that I geeked out several years ago when I found the box set at an FYE store.
Oh God, they actually boxed it on purpose.
Did they? I guess they did, but there you go. That's how she got her copy, respectively, was
Ah!
on DVD at FYE. I haven't been to FYE in a long time.
Ooh.
Anyone else been to FYE recently? Hmm.
Thankfully, we have plenty of them here in Jersey.
Do they have a lot of them in Jersey, you mean?
Oh yeah, like practically every mall.
Okay. There you go. You're not at a loss for an FYE store in your neck of the woods of Jersey.
Yeah, just come on up to Jersey. We got them all. But yeah, that nanny. Oy.
You mean the babysitter? Yeah, that was a little
Yeah,
cuckoo.
that's.
That was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Let's see here. Oh gosh, what is this now? Oh, Laura chimes in. She says, "I think they're all closed up in my neck of the woods. They're her FYE stores in her neck of the woods in Virginia." Hmm.
That's a shame.
That's kind of a shame though, because FYE's got some good stuff. I got to be honest. Let's see. That's how I found certain movies or box sets. I think it was at the time. And then Jordan chimes in. He says, "I got the sequel trilogy at FYE myself." Okay, Jordan, that's cool. You got the sequel trilogy at FYE. There you go.
And Suncoast Video apparently missed out on that.
Oh, Suncoast Video. I remember those days, Ryan. I remember going in there, getting tons of VHS tapes, if not DVDs at that point. Oh my gosh, I miss those days. Those were fun. Those were fun. Does anyone else have any thoughts on the FYE or the Suncoast days of buying VHS tapes of Three Ninjas or maybe some other movies that are similar to this? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And by the way, if you are listening or watching this and this is your first time here at It's Nerd Culture, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're following us on all forms of social media at It's Nerd Culture. Links to where you can find us are located within the description of this video. So make sure you check that out. If you're just joining us for this Three Ninjas 30th anniversary watch along, we are at the 40-minute mark here in the film. So if you're just joining us and want to queue up your copy on physical media or streaming service, feel free to join us as we watch this movie, share our thoughts and feelings about it, maybe take a few knocks on it, because as we all know, sometimes movies just don't age well, or sometimes things just don't work out in a film or whatever it may be. But we're having a great time, and we hope you are too. Make sure you share this video with all 600 of your closest friends. You're going to like the way you look after watching or listening to this video. We guarantee it. Thank you, Ryan, the Real Ordeal, or Regan, once again, for being here.
Of course, of course. And I just wanted to touch on something. One thing that
Yes.
was very unique, I'd say, with this, the whole subplot with Grandpa. It's like, is Grandpa a bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's friends with the bad guy. He's friends with the one Dad's looking for. And I guess there isn't like that many movies that really had like that gray area. Everything was either you were good or you were bad. But this is like a nice little maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't really see that too often. I guess that's probably why something like this, not just the action, but there was a decent amount of writing for being done in the early '90s.
Mm. Yeah. It's
Take the
pizza,
pizza,
man.
lady.
Some kids called, and if you don't pay, we're taking your house. I ordered Domino's pizza a lot back in the day, and they bash her. Well, they don't bash her in the face, but they do.
That pizza is staying on that box pretty well.
Did you have a lot of Domino's pizza when you were younger? We did.
My mom was a Pizza Hut person myself, personally.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Do you still have Pizza Hut today? Do you still
Oh
eat
yeah,
up there? Okay, not bad, not bad.
gotta watch those commercials with Craig Robinson.
No one out pizzas the Hut. I believe is what the slogan is for the business, if I
Yes.
remember correctly. Okay. I haven't been to a Domino's Pizza in forever, so I have no idea what the heck is going on with those guys. I really don't. I just, no clue. Are they playing Tiger handheld video games?
Oh,
Oh,
Tigers.
they're either Tiger games or they're
No, that's definitely a Tiger game in Rocky's hands.
Okay, what is tum-tum playing? Is he playing Game Gear?
Could not tell.
It was
It was
black though.
green.
Oh, was it green or black?
It looked green.
Darn it. I thought it was black. I thought it was Game Gear. Okay. So when I was in the store today, you're not going to believe this. I found a Tiger handheld video game for VR Troopers. VR Troopers.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Which is another, Saban property from the mid '90s that came right after Power Rangers' success. They immediately went into production and bought the footage for Super Sheriff Schrader, I believe is the overseas name, but here in North America it was called VR Troopers. So that pizza looks
Well,
so
actually,
good.
wasn't VR Troopers a combination of two shows? Like,
It was
yeah, it was like the
metal
good guys from one
metal.
show and the bad guys from another.
Yeah, maybe Super Sheriff Schrader, I believe was that. Anyway, I found the handheld video game of Tiger Electronics VR Troopers, and I looked at the price tag on the back because it was used and it was not in a box like a written or in a original
Right.
display case. It was actually in a bag, and I look at the price tag on the back of the bag, and it said, I was like, or I wasn't like, I thought to myself, that's a little above my pay grade. I'm not paying that kind of money for that Tiger handheld video game right now. No.
How
So
much?
it was 50
50?
for a handheld video game that's used and it's complete. It doesn't have any broken parts on it. It's the legit VR Troopers. It was $50, Ryan.
I guess if it's still playable, that's all that matters.
It was $50.
Whew.
That's
I've got a
double.
tailspin one. I
I
might as well
mean,
go ahead and try
listen,
to sell it.
that's double what I paid for that Blue Ranger action figure earlier today. So I thought to myself, you know what? I've already spent this kind of money on video games and an action figure. It's like I don't need this video game right now, not now. Although I will say I was tempted. I was tempted to buy it, but I was like, it's a $50 price tag. That's not happening right now. It's just not happening. But
If I
yes,
was
I
a
do
booger,
remember. But
where
I
would
do
I
remember
be?
growing
Mom
up
and
on
Dad's room.
watching
Like,
episodes of VR Troopers. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you trying to say?
no, I was just doing the quote. If I was a booger, where would I be? Mom and Dad's room. That's
Oh
like
yeah.
ew.
Ugh. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Laura chimes in. She says, "Cool room." Exactly what I was thinking. Because they first walk in, they burst into the room, and they're thinking, "Cool room." Yeah.
Well, yeah, you
It's-
got three boys living in one room, which nowadays would be like, oh, they'd be at each other's throats.
That's true. But in that room, they had some cool-looking wall art, some cool-looking posters, and they also had a Tiger handheld video game and an NES video game system.
The curtains match the sheets of the bed. I'm like, wow, that is coordinated.
Yeah, there's that too. So it is a cool room. Would I have liked to have had a room like that when I was a kid? Probably. Cool room, exactly what I
And
was
now
thinking.
we
Thank you
come
for
to
chiming
the
in with that,
Home
Laura.
Alone portion that you mentioned earlier.
Yes, this is where the Home Alone inspiration for these sequences comes into play for Three Ninjas of 1992. Hey, I found one. Oh no, robbers! Robbers? I thought we were kidnappers. We are.
Gotta wonder if like
Um,
the whole spray painting of his mask is like desecration.
well, if I
Like,
remember correctly, you know what? He gets a new one. Well, not a new one, but he gets the same mask because in part two, which is Three Ninjas Kickback, the mask makes a reappearance, but it's not white. It's back to its original colors.
but is it differently designed than the original?
It's designed just like the original. Yeah,
Oh wow, all right.
they must have got him a set. Maybe Grandpa got him a new one, or maybe they just painted it over it. I don't know.
It's like I thought they were supposed to be special. Could
They
you
are
imagine
special.
Grandpa being like, "You get one more try."
Maybe he said that. Maybe there's a deleted scene for that in Three Ninjas Kickback. Does anyone else know about that? Because I'd love to hear your thoughts if there's a deleted scene that shows Colt getting a new mask in Three Ninjas Kickback. If anyone has any thoughts about that,
Seriously, it looks like a ghost like that. Look at him.
that's true. I'm looking at
Creepy.
it. Let us know in the comments if there's a deleted scene that we should be aware of. Dude, it's me. All right, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't know it was you. By the way, the Domino's pizza jacket, that's bringing back some memories of the delivery guy from Ninja Turtles 1 where he's trying to find
Oh yeah.
where he says 122 and an 8. Remember that, Ryan?
Yes.
122 and an 8. Terrific. Where the heck is 122 and an 8? You're standing on it, dude. Just slip
Forgiveness
it
isn't
down.
divine, but never pay full price for late
Price for
pizza.
late pizza. I got to get a new route, Ryan. I thought I delivered everywhere. Apparently I'm having some Ninja Turtles flashback. Gee whiz.
Well, I mean, I think after the success, which was it came out in
1990.
'89, I think everyone wanted to make like a kid-friendly, martial arts movie.
That's a very fair point. This was definitely riding the wave of the success of Ninja Turtles Part 1 in 1990. And Ninja
Part one
Turtles
and
Part
part
2
two because
of
this came out in
1991.
'92. So
Yeah. This came out in 1992, and then the threequel, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time, is retitled. That came out in 1993, and guess what? You may or may not see a 30th anniversary watch along for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: Turtles in Time next year for us here at Nerd Culture. You never know, because we did one for the sequel. We may have to do one for the threequel, just for
if
the
you
hay
must,
of
you
it.
must.
I know, just for the hay of it, Ryan. Just for the hay of it. We shall see.
By the way, I do have to say the traps in comparison to Home Alone very tame in this movie. And the thing
Yeah,
is,
probably.
Harry and Marv in there, I don't think they had a gun. These guys have guns.
Hmm.
So you figure to be a little bit more, let's really get them.
That's true. It's a fair point. And more people have chimed in the chat. Laura says, well, he painted it when trying to defend his house. Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, then
And
maybe he gets a pass.
and then Laura says, I think Grandpa would let this situation slide. Okay. Well, Laura, if that's the case, then we'll go with it. It's
I
completely
mean,
fair.
if they can forgive him with being friends with the enemy, I guess he can forgive him for spray painting his mask. Yes.
Spray painting his own mask. Yes, thank you.
Fair is fair. Classic nut shot.
Interesting sound effect for that, too. Choking him out with its, I believe that those are his father's ties that he put together, if I remember correctly.
Ties with keys on the end. Which anybody who's ever fallen on your keys, you know how deadly they can be.
Speaking from experience, are we?
A little bit.
Okay. Some instances have happened. Okay. Ooh, head goes into where? To the piano? Hurting the fingers on a piano. Thank you and enjoy the ride.
Wow.
Oh, right through this. What is that called? Banister?
Yes.
Banister, thank you. What's the household thing? Banister, right through the
He's
banister.
basically lynching this guy. God.
That's a lot of ties he's using. My gosh. Anyone else feeling like this? We're going to hit you with these. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're not. Let's go back to that. Let's go back. Whoa. Radical. it's
Well, considering how long they covered themselves up, he could have just been like checking his nails for a second, and then he
could have been, Why are you?
He could have had a slice of that pizza and then left, and still had time.
Yeah, that pizza looked really good. The ones that the kidnappers were eating earlier.
Yes, the kind that you actually did see them eat. The kind that went on the babysitter.
Yeah,
that might as well have just been part of the box.
That might have been part of.
It stood up there, man.
It was part of the box, Ryan. Part of the box.
You didn't have a whole pie like encompass her face. No, it was just like flat, right up there.
Flat. Yeah, exactly. Right like this.
Powder bombs.
I believe someone said earlier that they were called pepper bombs. I want to say.
Looks like it from what's left on them.
It was pepper bombs. But if anyone else has any thoughts on that, let us know in the chat.
Close enough to pepper spray.
Pepper spray, thank you. Okay. So we got this one.
Oh, now what are they doing? It's like they're pretty casual considering there's still like 3 guys left in the home. Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're going Dumb and Dumber with this?
Yeah, this is one thing in this movie I could have gone without.
What? What is the point?
I could have gone without this part where they use this tool to their advantage. I could have said to myself, "What? Why? This doesn't need to be included." This is the one thing. This is one of the things in this. I know it's one of the things in this movie I don't like. Well, I don't like this part. Let's see here. Laura
Dude.
chimes in. Laura chimes in. She says, yes, Tum Tum was making them when Colt was fighting them in the living room. Yes, pepper bombs. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate your help on that one.
I'm sorry. Why would you be taking a soda break when you're trying to kidnap the kids?
I guess kidnapping, in a way, Ryan, is hard work.
Well, I mean, it's certainly making that guy suffer, sure. Who
Get the
thought
ties
ties
off.
were that durable?
Get the ties off. Get the ties off.
Again, ties doing some heavy lifting in this movie.
I want us alive, dude. Those little kids are dangerous. So what's the gag? We find the room, we go to the room, and we find their fatal flaw. So,
It's kind of messed up because I know this takes place in California, but those three dudes look pure Florida.
you think? Okay.
Uh-oh. The
Not
communique with the girlfriend.
what was
Which
it
actually,
called?
funny enough,
Yeah.
the tin cup on the stand and everything. How many people with podcasts and videos and everything pretty much have that exact same setup for their mics?
That's another good point, considering both Ryan and I are podcast hosts and producers. So there you go.
Yeah, I had a setup just like that until I got like this baby here.
This
But
baby right here.
oh my god! So one thing that this movie accurately predicted: talking on those stands.
Oh jeez. Hmm.
Oh, three
Hmm.
ninjas, you soothsayers, you.
Hmm. Hmm.
Really?
I like this part where they're in their dad's office getting ready, and then something happens when the door opens. This is probably my favorite part of the movie.
This part, all right.
Yeah, when the door opens. All right, pay close attention.
Oh,
The door opens and shuts.
that's.
Oh, right in their face. All right, dudes, party's over. Put that stuff down. It's my favorite part right there. The door opening and closing at the same time. And once again, this is where this part of the movie comes into play that I don't like. I don't like this. I don't. I just don't. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I mean, potty humor is one thing, but
It's too much.
considering it was such a lame setup for it, it was like,
It was. It's pretty dumb, isn't it?
and I think everything with these guys is dumb, but it's to be expected.
Yeah, there's
Considering
that
the
too.
real enemy is going to come later.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, punch right in the face. All right, Emily.
Emily got a stronger punch than any of the ninjas.
No sweat. Are we winning? Let's finish him.
Ah, dude. Dude.
Could have
Why
waited
would you
till
even
after.
bother hiking up your pants?
You could have waited till after you were done.
Just close the door again.
Double elbow to the face.
I would not be happy laying on the ground like that. The butt's still active. Oh, right in the stomach.
Right in the gut.
He's gonna be feeling it later. Emily's like, ew.
Can I have a sip? And then Tum Tum's like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Oh, let's take the chair out of the way. Hold on. Open the door.
Oh wow, finally came off the box.
Still some pizza on her, though, but not nearly as much as there was earlier within the film. I think Emily said, I'm gonna go get some napkins. You should get some paper towels to clean this up. You know what I mean? I don't think napkins are going to do the job, Ryan. Yeah, we can take care of ourselves.
Professor Tanaka.
Hello, kids. We're all going to go for a little ride.
As expected.
What does he say there? I don't know what he says. He says, "Would you like me to try again?" I don't know what he
No,
said.
he's like, "Would you like me to drive?" Since they're going for a ride.
Oh, would you like me to? Okay, I could never figure out what exactly Colt was saying after he gets, caught, so to speak.
Oh no, always got to be a pun. Always a pun.
Would you like me to drive? So that's man. That thing's been eating me up inside for 30
Really?
years, and now I know what he said.
Oh,
Although this
now I
whole
feel
time,
like I'm
since I
being
owned it on physical media, I could have just turned on the subtitles.
as I've been doing, but the subtitles are not that good on YouTube.
Are they ever? YouTube has some subtitle technical issues sometimes.
I mean, I'm glad we have them in general.
Well, yes, they do help for those who may have trouble hearing or seeing, but at the same time, the subtitles need to be a bit better on YouTube.
Why would
Hey,
you just walk down the street like that? It's like, how would that not draw questions?
exactly. Hold your fire. Hold your fire. It's my father-in-law. Get the boys back for you. I don't have time. I'm not playing games. I know. Bird 6. How did you know? I'm a ninja. I can hardly follow him. Simple. We followed you. In Snyder's heart, he's still a ninja. It would take a ninja to break him. Give me 10 minutes. I'll have 100 minutes. No. I gotta do this myself. I'm not playing games.
All we've seen is ninja games.
Gee whiz. And for those of you who are just joining us here on this 30th anniversary celebration watch-along of Three Ninjas from 1992, we are at the 59-minute mark in this movie. So if you want to queue up your copy on physical media or a streaming service, feel free to do so at this very moment and join us and share any and all your thoughts in the comment section below. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, we would love to hear from you. Don't forget to give this video a like and share it with all 700 of your closest friends. And let us know your thoughts about anything and everything Three Ninjas franchise in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. And you're going to like the way you look after watching or listening to this video. We guarantee it.
But yeah, we are leaning into the third act right now.
Yes. This is one of the shortest. I think in the time that we've done our anniversary watch-alongs on this channel, known as at It's Nerd Culture here at Nerd Culture, this is one of the shortest movies we have watched, along with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze. I believe is almost the same amount of time as Three Ninjas, if not shorter than Three Ninjas.
Well, because you really didn't have to worry about plot or, circumstances in movies like this. You just needed to make sure that there was humor and that the action was quick enough.
True. So there you go. It's one of the shorter movies we've had on these presentations, but we hope you've been enjoying this presentation with us up to this point. Yeah, and if the guns go off, the police will be here. Oh, that's reassuring.
Well, I mean, somebody will know. I mean, it's the docks. Whatever bad happens at the docks in any movie.
It's true. Training montage here. Oh, the red, the red, yeah, oh yeah.
I like them better when they were the Foot Clan.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I mean, the Foot Clan
Dojo was
have
a lot better. This literally looks like they just commandeered a ship.
Hey. I mean, the Foot Clan does have. Do you think the Foot Clan has cooler outfits in this case?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Certainly better vision. Even with the weird eye holes and everything, you were still able to see it clearer than that than trying to cover up everything to up this point.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, look at this guy close up. It's like he's got his little goggles on. God forbid they steam up.
Climbing on those. I mean, climbing through those ropes.
The classic rope bridge. I could do it. I just don't wanna.
In the name of that ship, I believe it says Victory.
Yes. Because gotta sound American.
It's a Victory ship. Let me have a smoke. Oh, head gets knocked down.
I'm sorry. If one of your henchmen has that much of a head that you just bang it and he's out, don't hire him.
Always good with the observations are our panelists. In this case, it's Ryan, the real Ordeal O'Regan, here on the show.
Yes, I am a atypical naysayer, but only for fun.
Well, that's our aim here with these anniversary watch-along celebrations. We all aim here to have fun. So there you go. Hopefully we've accomplished our goal with the last number of anniversary celebration watch-alongs that we've done here on this channel. He sold us out. Grandpa isn't coming. And yet
As
he's
he
still
comes
got
down the
blue
pipe.
on
Yeah.
underneath that blue karate gi. Hey,
They really have like a Leonardo Raphael sort of arrangement, Rocky and Colt. You know, one's loyal to the teacher, to Grandpa. The other one's like, he's just messing with us.
he's a
You
bit of
know?
an attitude. Yeah, well, maybe I'll
Yeah.
just take my attitude and leave. I will. All right, good. Go ahead. We don't need you. Man, you start bringing up Leonardo Raphael, I'm just going to keep. Apparently, I just start quoting TMNT from 1990 because I love that film so much.
I mean, do we want to talk about the color coordination of the
It's
outfits?
true. It makes sense, Ryan. You're not wrong. I mean, he's dressed up as. He's got his green on, and then you got Colt with the blue, so that's Leonardo.
But Tum Tum, you know, being all yellow and
He's
orangey.
probably Michelangelo.
Oh, absolutely. With the food frenziness.
So he's
That's,
Michelangelo. You have Leonardo with, I guess, Colt, and then Rocky is who? Is he Donatello?
well, yeah, because Rocky's is, I guess, leader, so he would just be like main turtle.
Hmm. Yeah, well, there's that too. And Laura chimes in. She says, "Well, Tum Tum definitely has Michelangelo vibes."
Oh yeah.
It's true, Laura. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
If anyone's gonna fight with food or eat while fighting, it's Tum Tum.
They're just kids. Kids, I want them bound now, or I will tear out your liver. Pretty, let me catch him. Pretty please, let me catch him. Ah,
He actually tried to time it with like 1, 2, 3, go.
because he's going, yeah, and also I think he's going by the sound of their voices or the sound of their feet running down the hall. Okay, little guy, you're
Oh,
coming. Oh, yeah.
lead
Is he?
pipe to the head. My
He just hit him with
God.
a lead pipe. Colt, come on, we gotta go.
In wrestling, that would pretty much take someone out for 2 weeks.
As you and I have either grown up or we have watched wrestling in the past, yes, I remember seeing lead pipes being used in quite a few
And now they're
hardcore
using
matches.
crowbars.
No, crowbars have been.
Ooh.
Maybe
It's like
crowbars.
before at the home, it was just fun antics. Now they're actually using bludgeoning instruments.
Yep. And let's see here. Laura chimes in. What am I thinking? She says, especially in the pizza parlor fight from Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, Tum Tum displays his Michelangelo vibes. Okay.
Oh my God, there's a pizza parlor fight.
In the third one, yes.
Oh yeah, that would cement it.
By the way, that sequence alone is available for free on YouTube if you want to watch it later, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
It is. It's on YouTube. You can watch it
Makeshift
later.
nunchucks.
Can if you want.
I mean, they've definitely got to be super heavier than what they've not used to.
Hmm.
That,
Oh,
how are you hitting your own guys?
that's just. It's.
Oh
That's
my
kind of.
God, these
What do
guys
we
are
call
low
that? We call it.
budgets,
We
I
call
swear.
that lame. Lame.
Oh,
Anyone else feeling that right now?
see, at least the foot you could take seriously. These guys are just like, they must have been like the equivalent of picking up people from Home Depot.
Yeah, they're not the smartest foot soldiers in the book. That's for sure.
No, this is like low budget. This is Snyder getting a discount.
Mm-hmm. A very good, mad discount. Yes.
This is like Merchant Marines. It's like they just wanted something to do on the weekends.
Hmm.
Oh, now this is the guy that means business.
Well, ain't the Phantom of the Opera. Or maybe a mixture of the Crow.
It's got a little kabuki in him. Oh, look at the sword and everything.
And all it takes to take this guy down is some smoke or steam.
Why?
Excuse me, steam.
Oh my God!
See, it's lame, isn't it?
Come on.
Takes the sword, chops up his uniform.
Any other person would have had like 5 incisions. He should be ashamed of himself.
Tum Tum with a little punch at the end. You know.
Oh my god.
Now, when I think about it, these ninjas, or should I say the goons, the soldiers in this movie are quite lame. They're pretty terrible.
Even the
And then,
boss knocks himself. Oh my god.
and even the lieutenant knocks himself silly by
It's
hitting
like
it.
I'm guessing this is all just to make Snyder that much more impressive later, but still.
It is
Oof.
lame though.
Big oof.
Oh, we got some company here in this area of the ship. Oh,
And the
we
thing
got
is,
an
you can
army.
see some of those plastic eye covers, they've been getting fogged up. It's like you can't see through those properly.
It's not good for one sight. We should run. We should hide. We should kick their butts.
That's pretty much like the classic line from this movie.
Yeah, kicking their butts. You mean? Yeah.
Well, we should run, we should hide, we should kick their butts.
Oh, that was featured heavily in the marketing in the trailer.
Yes.
That was featured in the marketing, very much heavily in the marketing for this particular movie with Three Ninjas in 1992.
Well, I
Come
think
on,
this is
boys.
probably the only one of the four that probably had any memorable catchphrases.
That is very true. Very true. The first one's really the only one that has quotable lines, whereas 2, 3, and 4, maybe not so much.
Maybe four. Because, I mean,
Mm,
considering Hogan basically playing like a superhero on TV, I'm sure there's like a couple of things that are noteworthy from that.
eh,
You're the quote, you would know better.
I, the problem, but here's the problem here, Ryan. I have not seen Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain in a very long time.
Oh, that's something I might have to recommend for a bad movie beatdown.
You might have to recommend. Oh, by the way, this is something I should probably share with those of you who may be watching this or listening to this in the comfort of your own home, as well as you, Ryan. I did learn that a few of the Three Ninja movies are available to stream on HBO Max.
Really?
Yes, I
Oh,
found that out
wow.
a few weeks ago. I believe Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain is one of them, and I also think the Three Ninjas Knuckle Up is also available to stream on HBO Max.
All right. If I want to
You might want
continue
to.
my fix after this.
Yep, you might want to look that up when you get a chance after this, because I think those are the only two that are available for them. Because when I was on Netflix a couple months ago, Three Ninjas Kickback was available to stream on Netflix.
Oh my god, this is cartoony.
I don't know if it's still
Oh,
available though. You're gonna have to check your local listings for Netflix, but I think Kickback is still available. If not, the other two, Three Ninjas Knuckle Up and Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain are available to stream on HBO Max right now.
or if you have one of those VPNs, you can just find it whenever.
Yes, VPN. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, that's another. By the way, what? Real quick, what does VPN stand for again?
Virtual personal network or
That's it. Thank
private
you.
network.
No, you're right. Virtual private network. Yeah. So if anyone has access to that, go ahead and look it up.
My god, Tanaka's just like throwing these kids around.
What is he? 7 feet, 400 pounds. 7 foot
I
four,
don't know his
maybe three,
actual. Hold on.
maybe
Let me see what he
350.
maxed out at.
All right.
I think he might be dead, but let me check.
I wonder what it was. He's got to be 7'1", 7'2". He's a big dude. He's a very big dude. He's got to be 350, 350 pounds, 300 maybe. Light
Oh
up the
yeah, they
eyes,
see him
boys.
as the dummy. It's like he's the only one that actually fits the proportions of that dummy.
Light up the eyes, boys. Light up the eyes. He's picking him up off the
Um.
ground.
Oh wow, lighter than I
Wow.
thought. At total height, he was 5'11". Total build weight would have been 280. So under 300
Wow.
pounds.
I was not. Wow. All right. New information for those of you who may be wondering about this character slash actor.
Which is surprising considering he always played like the big guy compared to like some of his opponents in the movies. But apparently he wasn't as big as people would think.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
true.
not by
Oh,
today's standards.
yeah. And then Laura chimes in. She says, I believe they use that same line in Three Ninjas Kickback. We should kick their butts. Okay. If they do, then I would not be surprised, Laura.
Oh, okay.
Now
Let's
we're
see if
getting a
they
bit
have,
serious.
Star Trooper aim at this point. I
Hands up.
mean, they're not good ninjas, so maybe they're terrible shots too.
Why? Yeah. Hello, boys. Hello, Grandpa. Ha 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 ha. Coach
Oh,
blows the
they brought out the
co-
rifles.
coach blows the whistle, and the rest of the army drops in. but they also remain silent.
Hut, and they'll get in
Big,
position.
big guy's going to move. A few of the soldiers are going to move away, and there he is, Snyder. Very nice, old man. You taught your young ones well. Yes.
Oh, I don't know which outfit I like better, the blue satin or the red satin.
Oh, let us know. Let us know in the comments for those who may be watching. Which outfit looks better on which character? Shame that I'm going to have to kill you. Let my family go.
Possibly
No.
silk. God, they do look good.
I mean,
Not that I'm a fashionista or anything. I'm just saying.
oh no, you're just noticing the outfits. Yeah.
Of course, yes. It's not like I would buy one for myself. That would be crazy. That's just
No,
oh God.
if I lose, then you die. But if I win, well, I'm a sport. If you win, the boys can go free. Is that understood? Yes, sir. Am I a nice guy or what? You're a geek. I mean, really? Is that the best insult you can make? Because geeks/nerds are the people who run this world now, guys.
Yes, but back then,
Yeah. I mean,
it took a while.
I think in the 90s it was starting to build, I think, or was starting to maybe start to become accepted. I'm not sure.
Even then, I think it was like late 90s.
I think it was late 90s, early 2000s. It really wasn't until some of the X-Men movies and the Spider-Mans, and then later on we got the MCU in 2008. That's when it really
back when geek stuff was starting to make money.
Well, true, but I'm just saying. I think you're right. I think it didn't. I think geeks/nerds weren't truly accepted until late '90s, early 2000s, when a lot more comic book based movies were doing well at the box office at that point.
Right. Until then, you had to be cool.
Although I will say, when I was in that, once again, this goes back to the store I was in today. They had the original Power Ranger Pogs. Yeah, they had Pogs, and I'm thinking. I remember I had a canister full of these things.
I think Pogs might even be making a comeback.
Really?
I think. Don't quote me.
Okay. Well, if anyone else has any information on if Pogs are making a comeback or not within the public eye, let us know in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts because I discovered some earlier today when I was at this vintage toy store. That's a sharp look at those swords. Oof. Those are nice looking swords. I gotta give credit where credit is due in this film. I like the sword fighting. I'm a big fan of sword fighting. I think it's great. No matter who's fighting, really.
Yeah, see, look at that belly that they put on the stunt double. It's like, my God. It just juts out.
You just, yeah. Oh, nip up. That's very hard to do. Is a kick or a nip up or kick up?
A kip up, yeah.
Kip up, yeah. It's very hard to do. It's extremely hard. Took me a number of tries before I was able to even do one.
You can do one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Well, I haven't tried it lately, but I did used to be able to do it when I was younger. I could probably try to give it a go now.
Like,
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I've had a long day. I've driven all over my state, so I need a break. But maybe I'll try it at some point. I don't know. Oh, he's trying to get him. He's trying to get him. Oh, that was a pepper bomb.
Cheater.
He blinded him. Getting towards the end of this movie, just to let everyone know, here at the 30th anniversary celebration watch along of Three Ninjas, we hope you've enjoyed this up to this point.
Oh, look at that smirk. Oh, slow-mo. You know something epic's happening.
No. Oh, look at that kick to the face.
Oh, it's a good thing my stunt double landed on that pillow of a stomach.
Ninja symbol, or are they praying?
Pretty much praying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I wasn't sure what they were trying to do there.
It's kind of like,
Last rites.
we respect what you've done. You did your best.
Say goodbye to your grandpa, boys. Ah, so much for never fighting battles. You can't win. Oh, distracted him with the candy.
With jelly beans, no less.
Oh, jelly beans, thank you.
He's probably one of those dudes like, dude, this sugar will mess up my wheatgrass diet.
Get ready for that punch of the face.
If only anyone just like honked his nose like Karate Kid.
Oh yeah. No, I'm a tired old man. No, I never lose. Never. That is so fake. That is. They probably didn't even hit him with a real bullet. It was more like a rubber bullet or something.
Possibly.
Because to me, that was one of the most. That's one of the worst reactions to a gunshot I've ever seen. That's terrible.
That wasn't even one that shot him. It was his partner.
Oh, okay. Do you think it was a rubber bullet? I think it was. Yeah, maybe. If anyone else thinks it was a rubber bullet, let us know. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I don't know what they used.
It's like, did they even have those back then?
That beats me. One of my friends just asked me a question about something. I'll answer it in a bit, but yeah, that was one of the worst reactions to a gunshot wound I've ever seen in my life. Hey, you guys are the real heroes here, not me. Does that mean it's still okay if
Actually, it's Grandpa. I mean,
we keep
he's
seeing
the one that had
Grandpa?
the final fight.
Yeah, he's got his hat reversed. There you go. Another reverse baseball cap look. What's up, Colt? Rocky. Tum-tum. Yeah, the same goes for Tum-tum as well. Come on, Sam. We got evidence to collect. I think you better do about yourself, Maury. By myself? Oh, Jerry, not
Jerry.
Jerry.
How you gonna forget Jerry? He's the one that landed the winning shot.
I'm sorry. I forgot his.
Not enough respect is put on Jerry's name in this movie, man.
I'm sorry. I thought his name was something else. I apologize. So that summer, my brothers and I, we truly became ninjas. Boys. Sorry, Grandpa.
John Turteltaub. Why is that name
Yes.
familiar?
Who went on to direct National Treasures 1 and 2 with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, wow.
That's the same director, ladies and gentlemen. John Turteltaub directed Three Ninjas back in 1992, and then he went on to direct other things in between, I'm sure. And then he landed a big film with National Treasure starring the one and only Nicolas Cage.
Somehow I'm not surprised by that. You can almost see like the same kind of like cheeky humor with some of the things that were said here could have been done in a National Treasure movie.
You think?
I think. I mean, obviously it'll be different once they actually do the television series on Disney Plus coming up soon, but
Do we know if Nick Cage is coming back for that?
I don't think he is. I think they have a female replacement.
Then what are they going to do with Ben Gates? Are they just going to write him off? Are they going to say that he died on a mission or he died on a national treasure hunt somewhere?
Maybe it's one of those things where she's like his apprentice.
No, that could be the case. By the way, Margarita Franco plays the mother in this movie to the Three Ninjas. I wonder if she's related to James Franco. Margarita Franco, anybody? I'm just saying. But yes, this film is one and only directed by John Turteltaub. That brings us to the end of this movie. We are at the end credits here, the end credit sequence here with Three Ninjas celebrating its 30th anniversary here on this special presentation. We hope you have enjoyed this. I know I did. I'm sure Ryan did too. But just to give some things here about the panel, Ryan, what are your thoughts about Three Ninjas after you've seen it for its 30th anniversary?
It's pretty much just as innocent now as it was back then. I mean, yeah, you kind of still get that feeling of like, kids wanting to do that sort of stuff from like back in the day. But I think compared to like the kind of action we get nowadays in films, it does seem a little simple, maybe childish, but it fits what they were trying to do. This was as wholesome as you could be with kicks and punches.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. For me, I still enjoy this movie to a certain degree, but I will say the reaction to the gunshot wound, one of the pranks that was being played on the kidnappers earlier on in the film was not needed, completely unnecessary. The reaction to the gunshot wound by Snyder was terrible, very
just
terrible.
The ninja goons alone, my God.
And the ninja goons, the not foot soldier, but the goons / soldiers in this movie were very bad at their job. They were not very good at what they were trying to do in any capacity. So I would not hire them at all for any kind of reason. But that being said, still enjoy the movie, but there are some problems and things that I noticed here as we went throughout the course of this viewing. But I still enjoy it. It's fun to go back and remember these movies from the 90s. Yes, there are tropes. Yes, there was a tone that was being set at the time. And also, some things just don't hold up well 30 years later. And as I just noted moments ago. But I do want to acknowledge, I want to thank each and every one of you who had joined us tonight in the chat, whether you watched this live or if you're going back and watching the replay. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for chiming in with your likes, your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that notification bell so you get notified when our new videos go up. That is what I think. A few more people have chimed in the chat. Daisy, AK known as Laura, she says, with this movie budget, I doubt those outfits were made of silk, Ryan. I doubt
polyester.
I doubt they are made of silk, referring to Snyder and Grandpa's outfits at the end of the film. And also, Laura chimes in. She says, I don't think she was related to James Franco, Margarita Franco, who played the mother in this movie. But it is weird that they created a Mexican-American actress to play an Asian-American.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering how the relation of because obviously that's her father.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what the mother looked like.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Let us know. Let us know your thoughts or your theories in the chat. But that is going to do it for this special presentation. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this, whether you're watching it live, whether you're watching the replay. Ryan, where can the person watching or listening to this find you on social media and everything you have coming up? What do you got?
Well, as you can see below, you can always find me on all social medias, whether it be Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok at Real Ordeal. And of course, as far as anything regularly that we do, you can always find me at Tales from the Film Set. It's our Tuesday night weekly show where we talk about movie news, any reviews that we may have, and anything that's newsworthy here in the tri-state, considering we're all actors. So we have a little bit of know-how on things. And we also do our own watch-alongs. Aside from any television shows that we have coming up, we'll be doing She-Hulk, Andor, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. We are currently working on our bad movie beatdown, Summer Sucktacular. We've already done Master of Disguise, Cool World, Kazam, not Shazam with Sinbad. That's a whole different thing. And this Thursday, we will be doing possibly a double feature of the Caddyshack movies because Caddyshack 2 is just garbage. But yeah, go ahead and find us at Tales from the Film Set or Stream Punk Entertainment, wherever you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and especially on Twitch as well, where you can also find all the live streams. And come say hi.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for being here, Ryan. Greatly appreciate it. We wish you and your team over there the best of luck with all your projects you have coming up. Once again, my name is Ryan of Nerd Culture. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Also follow my link tree. I got all kinds of great things going on. Lots of other links you can check out. Got a merchandise store. You can buy some And I Quote merchandise because I host and produce a show known as And I Quote, which is on Saturdays, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Our next episode is going to be coming up this Saturday on August the 13th. Our guest that weekend is going to be comic book illustrator and creator Stuart Sager. Stuart Sager is going to be with us on Saturday, August the 13th, comic book writer and artist at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube at HWWS Web TV. Make sure you check those guys out. Got some great stuff over there. Also, you may be wondering, when is our next watch along? What's the next movie we have on the docket? Because everyone is just, they're very curious. What's the next one? Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan, and for those of you who may be watching or listening, our next one is going to be in the month of September. It's going to be in September, but we've done it. We have gone from comedy, family films, 007 films. Now we're going to go back to the Old West. Yeah. The remake of 3:10 to Yuma, starring Russell Crowe, Christian Bale, Ben Foster, a whole host of others, turns 15 years young this year. So on Wednesday night, September the 7th, 2022, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, at It's Nerd Culture, we're going to be watching and commentating on 3:10 to Yuma, the 2007 remake directed by the great James Mangold, who is helming the next entry in the Indiana Jones franchise next summer, Indiana Jones 5, as it's being tentatively titled right now, starring Harrison Ford, who just turned what? He turned 80, for Pete's sake. It was ridiculous. And he's still making movies. I don't know why you're doing it, Harrison. I guess you need a paycheck. But we're going back to the Old West, 3:10 to Yuma, Wednesday night, September 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you get notified when our videos go live. And also, check out this great fundraiser coming up in the month of January. It's called the Multiverse Fundraiser. It's going to be on January the 20th through the 22nd of 2023. It's going to be called the Ritter Rally in memory of the late, great John Ritter. All the proceeds, everything we get raised, and we got some great raffles and some prizes and panels, and special guests are going to be joining us that weekend. The money is going to be donated to John Ritter's family and the charities that he supports. So the Ritter Rally is coming up January 20th through 22nd, 2023. Go to www.themultiversefundraiser.com for all the details. You're not going to miss out on that. Whew. There's a lot going on, folks. There's a lot going on, but there's a lot to get excited for. So get excited, because Lord knows that we are. So in the meantime, stay healthy, stay strong, stay safe, and remember, life is better when watching movies, and that may include Three Ninjas from 1992. But we'll leave that up to you. Take it easy, have a great one, and in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.